YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis XLR8, back at you with an episode of Check This Out, the show we take a look at whatever deck we want to look at, and have ourselves a good time. Today, everybody, we're taking a look at a long overdue deck request for Appliancer Dragonmaids, as asked for by a Mr. I wrote his name down, Mr. Mao Hero, who asked for this 8 months ago. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know how I messed this up, but I didn't do it back during the other days of Yu-Gi-Oh! That I do every year. I don't know how I messed that up. I'm sure it's because I'm dumb. But now we're here. We're going to be making this deck. We're going to be doing it today. We're playing Dragonmaids, doing the Dragonmaid shuffle, swarming out with a bunch of maids. We're the master, all the good stuff. Do the fusions, do some other fusions. We have some techs and things. And we're also just hoping, at least once, to get the appliances on the board and go for the links. Because the links, they have a reason for being in here. They're not just there for show. They could do some stuff and do some damage. So, real quick, let's go over the list of cards we'll be using today, and then get right into the duel. So for our main deck, we have ourselves our one Red Eyes Dart and it's a Metal Dragon, one copy of Dragonmaid Lorepar, and one Tinket. 2 copies Dragonmaid Irmis, because she's good for swarming. 2 copies of Noctivision for protection as well as swarming, as well as draw power. We have 2 copies of the Fallen of Alabaz, 1 incredibly Ecclesia, 3 copies of the Dragonmaid of the Chamber, 3 copies of the Dragonmaid of the Kitchen, 3 copies of the Parlor Dragon, 1 copy of Laundry Dragon, and 1 Nurse Dragonmaid, as well as the 3 Appliancer Socket Roll. I just picked one of these, and that's what we got. We have ourselves our Harpy's Feather Duster, 2 Dragonmaid's Changeover, 3 Dark World Dealings for draw, 3 Dragonmaid Hospitality as our Monster Born / Foolish Burial, 1 Monster Born, because you can never have enough Monster Borns, 1 copy of Called by the Grave, 1 World Legacy's Guard Dragon for even more of covery, 1 Dragon's Ravine for sending things to the grave, and triple Tiding in order to bounce stuff as well as recover things. As for the extra deck, we have 1 Link Karibo, we have Appliancers Vacuum Elephant, 1 Prop Lion, 1 Laundry Dragon. We have ourselves our Hermetic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres, 1 5-headed Link Dragon, 1 number 41 Buguska in case bad things happen. We have our Albaz packet, which is Titanic Clad, as well as Lubellion, as well as Mirror Jade, along with a Boarload of Furious Dragon, which we can make using just 2 any Dark Dragon monsters. We have 2 each of House Dragonmaid and 2 Dragonmaid Shao as our big bosses here, other than the other big boss in the deck. So, as for the side deck, you know, if you want more copies of Nurse Dragon just to keep swarming the board and things, if you want to avoid getting hit with a Call by the Grave yourself, that's fine too. Another Laundry Maid as well, just setting up the graveyard even more. All's up to you. And other big Link monsters in the things like Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. If you feel like you're not getting 5 materials often enough, it's not necessary for 5-headed to use 5 Link materials of different attributes to do things, but it's best when you do. But if you feel like you just don't want to have to rely on the chance of that, go for Underworld Goddess. She negates everything, stops things in the graveyard. She's pretty good. Boral Sword Dragon, always just a really good Link for lots of beatdown damage. We have Dryer Drake, who's not quite as good as the others, but he's fire attributes, so he can be useful on occasion. You also have 1 for 1, just to make Appliancers a little more consistent if you find that you want that more often. You have Dragonmaid's Welcome, which makes your monster just a wee bit bigger and also gives you a little bit of recovery. World Legacy's Guard Dragon again, if you want more Monster Borns again. Imperm, if you find yourself going a second too often. And Dragonmaid's Downtime for going into other Dragonmaid cards and things. So, that's the deck we have today. Let's head out into EDO Pro, show this deck off, show you how it works, and we'll have such a good time. Alrighty, our first opponent, another day, another card game. We like to go first with this deck. Like to set things up, but we can go second as well. We have options, we got things. I've got Dark World Dealer. I got stuff. I got stuff. It's not the perfect hand. And I think I'd say this is Code Talk. Yeah, this is a Code Talker deck. Alright, well, Code Talker boys it is. That's an interesting one. It's not the worst thing in the world. Code Talkers, they're just all about them Linky boys. But what we're up to, you know, I was asked to do this deck a while back. Basically, it's a combination of Dragonmaid swarming the board, making a whole bunch of fusions and things like that, going for lots of damage. And then, of course, we have our boys, the Appliancers, who have no synergy with Dragonmaid, sadly. I wish they did, but they don't, really. But they're there. We do have some things we could do with the Appliancers. There's many things we can do with the Appliancers. They're not just here as a meme, okay? They're not just here for the meme. They have a purpose in this deck. They have strategies with this deck. They have stuff they can do in this deck. And we're going to do those things in this deck once this guy finishes with his stuff. I mean, I can't complain. My deck does these things on occasion, too. Ignister? Interesting. Zeraboros. Alright. Interesting. So how's this thing working again? A monster special summon is on this card link, so this monster off the field. Banish all cards on the field. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so basically, if I special summon willy-nilly, bad things happen. I presume this Ignister does something, too. No, not really. So basically, right now, what I need to do is punch Zeraboros in the face, is what needs to be done. I mean, I can do that. Dragonmaids are an offensive deck. If there's one thing we're good at, it's punching people in the face. They're very odd kind of maids. You know, they're all about that service, but at the same time, they like to do some punches. Why is this up here? Come on. All right. So, what we's gonna do is do the fusion. We got our changeover. We just gotta make sure we notice like where the zones are. Big old X gonna give it to you. Good effort. Right? Yeah. Good effort, my friend. But it won't work for you. All right, well. That's an unfortunate one. I was about to punch this in the face, but... Okay, well, my opponent surrenders, sadly. I guess having interrupted his one combo, he didn't have nothing. He was so scared of my Dragon Lady that he ran away. But it's okay. I do have a duel save that was pretty good for when I was testing. I'll show that later as to make up. But we'll go ahead for duel 2 and try to find an opponent that at least allows us to go into the battle phase. That's where our thing happens. So let's go for duel number 2. See if we can find a better opponent. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go do it again. And let's see. Alright, well, no appliances still, but at least this is a nice hand. We got ourselves Dragonmaid Hermes. Very nice monster. I can just special summon any old Dragonmaid from the hand. Well, not any old. It's gotta be like the low-level ones, but that's the important ones anyway. And I'll get negated, but... Okay, that happens. That happens. It's fine. I don't get my fusion spell, but I have other options. I might be out of fusion spells, but I ain't out of options. I've got Kitchen Maid. And my opponent has every other hand trap. Okay. Man, don't you love modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you just get hand trapped constantly? I love it. Don't you? Alright, well, our opponent's used up 2 hand traps. I guess that's something. I guess. I mean, I've got the Heretic Seals of the Spheres and the Heavens and the Red Eyes Fusion because everyone loves that guy. Everyone loves that dude who is such a cool dude. Return a face-up card. Well, I don't really have a reason not to at least attempt to negate this. I mean, it's a little... Necro World Banshee 2? Really? 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 Okay. Well, I still get stuff. What do I want though? My opponent's turn. Let's get Chambermaid so I can at least get the fusion. That'll work. Alright, so this is definitely just some sort of like troll deck of some sort. I don't really see any... I don't see anything else to this particular deck. It's just a troll deck. I mean, if all the hand traps didn't tell you that, I don't know what would. Alright, so the Dragoon, he's only 3,000, so he's not that big of a deal. Let's see. Discard a card. Cannot use other monsters you control for 2. Okay. I mean, I still have Fallen of Alabaz. I just need to... I need to hope that I can out his nonsense. So we'll give it a shot. Let's go for hospitality. We are going to get back our Dragonmaid. Attempts to bait things out. I mean, if I can summon Shale, like, he has to negate this. I can just, like, punch this in the face with Shale. She's bigger than the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Okay, never mind. I guess he does not need to do that. Alright. I mean, I can just summon Shale. I can just punch you. I presume that this is like some trolley trap card that can stop my attack or something. It's super poly. Okay. That works too. That actually works too. See, this is why you don't waste your whole hand. Alright. So, unless Fall of Albaz doesn't work the way I think it does, which it does, thank you, Appliancer, brother. You did exactly what I needed you to do. So, who do I make? Do I make Lebellion Dragon? So I make Ice Blade? Oh, I can just make Ice Blade Dragon straight up. Why not? Ice Blade Dragon. And that way I got a couple pops on my opponent's turn. Or not pops, so I can, well, I can banish stuff. It's even better. And Eldlich Spell Trap. Well, I can banish his, like, Golden Boy, so that's good. I can just banish the Golden Boy. That's even better. Alright. Well, my opponent's certainly giving me the runaround with his trolling nonsense. The question is, can he finish me through a Mirror Jade Ice Blade Dragon? I'm a little skeptical of that, considering. Alright, so he's got Eldlich Golden Boy. That doesn't do anything. I'm going to go ahead and ditch Lebellion Dragon and banish that. Because now that it's banished, it does nothing to me. Ooh, Dark World Dealings would be good if I had a hand. We'll save that for later. You know? Keep your hand close to your chest, and things will go good for you. This guy just wanted to troll people and be, like, annoying and stuff. But I think I can do this. I mean, yeah, he still has his stuff. He still has... You can get, you can get Continuous Trap with that. You can get Conquistador. But Conquistador doesn't do anything but block an attack. Unless he uses it like... Ah, never mind. Leave the field, destroy all monster ball controls during the end phase of this turn. Well, that still doesn't help me that much. Okay, well, if I'm gonna die, I'm killing you first. Alright. Or I can kill myself. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I got that Titanic in the graveyard. I can get a Dogmatic or Albaz during the end phase. That will be helpful. I mean, yeah, I can make, well... It's still a trap card. Tricky, tricky. I'm down to 1,000 and he has Conquistador. And I'm out of fusion. Wait. No, it's a light monster. I was about to say if it was a dark monster, I could do something, but it is not. Alright. Is what it is. Titanic Lad, do your thing. Alright. We will... Or should I add this to my hand so I can use Dark World Dealings? I'll add it to my hand. Okay. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. Even if I made Baguska, that wouldn't help in this situation anyway. Okay, Nursemaid. Interesting. Let's go for Dark World Dealings. Draw one, ditch one. Okay, that is interesting. Okay. So if I discard Tidying, normal summon Nursemaid, activate Nursemaid's effect, bring back Chambermaid. Nope. Okay, that gets me Chambermaid. Chambermaid goes off. Oh, if I could only get more monsters on the board. If I could somehow get 5. Let me think about this. If I get Chambermaid, get Hospitality. Who is in my graveyard? Chambermaid, why? Okay, I got Kitchen Maid. But I've already used my search. Or I've already used my summon. I think I get 3. Then I can get 4. I can get 4, but that's not enough. Alright. But then again, making the fusion doesn't help me, because even if I make 3,500, I can negate Conquistador. Then you can just get another one. I'm trying to think in roundabout ways here. Thinking about roundabout ways. Alright. And I can use changeover to just... I can just get back changeover. Okay. So let's activate Dragonmaid's Hospitality. See, this guy has no idea what I'm trying to do. I don't even know. I can just bring back Sheo in defense mode. If I wanted to. Alright, let us... Oh, this is hard. This is very hard. How am I on time? I got plenty of time. So, if I get back Kitchen Dragonmaid, I get a Dragonmaid, send the Dragonmaid to the graveyard, then I can use the effect of my trap to get it back. Alright. Yeah, that's right. You don't know what I'm trying to do. Nobody does. Alright, so now that we've done that, we'll go ahead and... If I get Parlor Maid, I can send another copy of Tidying for next turn. We'll do that. Now we're going to activate Tiding's effect. Banish that. Oh, if only I was running Underworld Goddess. That would have been perfect, but no. Memphis didn't do that, did he? He did not. Alright, so if I get my Dragonmaid, I get my Tidying. Again, I'm just not running the Underworld Goddess, which is the one tech that would have been really nice right now. If only. So, if I summon this, then I use Dragon's Changeover. This can be destroyed in battle, right? Yes, it can. Okay. So, if I bounce back a dragon, and get back Changeover, activate Changeover, make the second Sheo using the first one. Okay, maybe. Enter the battle phase. This will activate both my Dragonmaid's effects. So I can switch these out for bigger monsters. And that sets a Goldenland spell trap, but he can't use it this turn. Another Conquistador, okay. So do that. Special summon the second Sheo. So I got 2 of them things. Use Kitchen Maid's effect. He'll go Conquistador, but I can just negate that. So again, negate that, bounce that, bring out a maid. And then Kitchen Maid bounces. Get Tinket. And then Housemaid goes off. And that won't do anything to this, but I like to think that it does. Alright. Then we crash into the Golden Lord. And that's game. Ha! Y'all thought I was just fucking around. Well, I was doing exactly what my big, massive brain knew it could do. Alright, well, that was just me kicking a troll's butt. He thought he could take me with his little Eldlich Red Dragoon combos. No, you can't take me that easy, boys. Alright, well, I gotta do multiple decks for a thing, so let's go for one more duel. I'll show off that replay I have against a very, very nice and respectable player that I met while I was doing the testing. But let's go for one more. Really, I just want to see Appliancer. If I can just summon an Appliancer and Link Summon, good enough for me. So let's go for one more. Alrighty, third and final opponent of the day. It's been an interesting day. I mean, we had one guy rage quit, one guy try to troll us. Hopefully this time we get a guy who just wants to have some good, clean Yu-Gi-Ohs. That's what I want to see. So, let's see what we got. Appliancer? Okay, there's an Appliancer in the hand. That's already a good start. Like I said, this is the third duel. We've got to show off the Dragonmaid part. I just want to see some Appliancer do some stuff. You know, I don't want people thinking I just threw this guy in here. He's here for many things. I can use him as discard fodder. I can use him for the links. The links can attack directly and do all sorts of shenanigans. I can co-link with Hermetic Spheres in order to do some shenanigans. This is... I don't know what this is. Heralds? With... Wait a minute. But you can only use Earth monster effects. Okay, interesting. So it's not Dry Troll. We know that much at the very least. This is that weird Shizu deck with the traps. Okay. But yeah, Appliancer. I can discard it. I can use it for links. The links can be co-linked to do things or not. And more, there's another thing I haven't gotten to show this episode that I did last time I did Dragonmaids, is that, you know, I have all these different attributes. If I have all the attributes, I can make the Link 5 Dragon with all 5 attributes and then just nuke my opponent's board. And that's why we got, you know, like the wind Appliancer, we got the water one. You can't use them as link material to turn their summon, though, which is really dumb, but it's something I can do. Alright. I will summon you next turn, I swear. I need to start with other things. Why am I losing attack points? Is it this guy? All monsters with 600 attack except for the dudes of that name. Okay. Neato. Alright, well, that's really annoying. So what does this thing do? Target opponent special summon monster summons card from the... Oh, wait, no, that's just milling stuff. Naturias. I don't like Naturias. They might be magically delicious, but I hate them. You know, mostly because whoever designed these was clearly just putting crutches on a very bloated old archetype. Because it's like... Gravekeeper's Trap. Opponent can activate cards in the grave or summon monsters from the grave. Does he have Exchange of the Spirit in the graveyard? I did not notice. No, he does not. Okay. So this does a whole lot of nothing. Unless he wants to add things. Okay. Okay. So that doesn't do anything. So, what are we doing, you ask? We're hitting Monsterborn. Because, again, that trap is not in the grave, therefore he cannot stop me from doing this. I don't think you read the part where he needs to have a specific thing in the grave to stop me. Alright, so... Turn the main phase, turn this card. I'm trying to remember how Naturia's nonsense works. I know they're like a lockdown deck. Funnily enough, they're Necrolink Kitty's favorite archetype, because he's a little shit. Sometime. Okay? That, and I think he likes those damn anime eyes. Why did they have to have big old anime eyes? I don't get it. I don't like them. Alright, well, despite that, let's go for changeover. We'll have ourselves a Stroll. That way we at least have something that is large and in charge. You know? Do I need something large and in charge? Yeah, I do. I always like to have a one big lady on the bird. One big lady on the bird and all's good. Alright, so he does have something. We do know that. What it is, we do not know. But I've got Shell, so I can just negate this and then beat over this. So I'm all good. Mold Cricket. During the main phase, turn its cards, special summon Naturia. Opponent summons a monster. Summon this dude. Okay, I'm gonna allow that bit. I guess. Only use each effect once per turn. Like, this thing is just plain annoying, because he can just summon it from the grave, and then if I have, like, a big dude, he can just blow it up. Not sure. Yeah, the flower one. So, Earth Fairy from deck to hand. What Earth Fairy? I guess one of these things. You know, some people tell me this is a duck. And I guess, yeah, it is a duck. I thought it was a platypus. I see the wing now, but for the life of me, the face just made me think it was a platypus. I mean, granted, platypus, they look like them damn ducks. What? Can you blame me? Alright, so let's set cleanup. I've already attempted to do things, so I don't think I should... Oh, wait, I did send Parliament. This isn't a dragon, but... Yeah, we're gonna do this. So let's get back Parlor Maid. I'm a little iffy about what this is, though, so that's like the one iffy thing I've got on the board. If there's one iffy thing, it's that thing. So we'll stop the Mole Cricket, unless this is another negate, which, considering what this deck seems to be wanting to do, I would not be surprised. And we will special summon Parlor Maid. Listen, all I want my opponent to do is, like, live a turn so that I can hit him with Appliancer. Is that asking a lot? I don't think it is. That's all I want him to do. Just don't quit on me, damn it. Alright. Ow! My dreams! My hopes! Ugh! This is what happens when you beat up a lockdown deck. They just run away. Alright, well, that is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But unfortunately, I'm out of time because I got a lot of decks I got to work on for the coming weeks. I'm all on vacation. But so, let's go ahead. I'm going to show off that replay I have against the Kindly Fishman, whose deck I've already forgot what it is. And we'll go for the end screen. Alright, yes, he's playing a Mutants deck. That's right. Now I remember. So, we're going first against a Mutants deck. As you see, we start with the Kitchen Maid. Just trying to get a little bit of something set up. And we're going to go for the Laundry Dragon, but be hit by the side frames, as one does. But it's all good. We have all the Monster Borns in the world. So this will let us get at least start out with a little bit of something. We've got Tidying and a couple Dragonmaids. You know, we have the ability to just interrupt our opponent's plays. And he's going to go for the E-Telly. This will let him get Mutants going and Mutant number 2 going. But I ain't going to allow that with my Tidying up. I'm going to bounce a couple things. And he will still get to summon out the Mutant Beast and the Mutant ST, whatever his name is. And so I will take damage. I'll take a bit of damage. But it's all good. He can have a couple mutants on the board. It's got a couple mutants on the board. And he's going to go ahead and use his effect of this Goatee thing. It just summons itself during the turn after it's special summoned. Or rather, it's banished. It special summons itself. But I'm going to use Cleanup, get my Laundry Dragon back in play. Mill some stuff. We use Harpy's Feather Duster to bait out his things. And this gentleman will go ahead and make this thing. Goatee of the Deep Beyond. A beautiful monster that will proceed to annihilate the entire board. Just banish everything. This is where Chambermaid's going to come back into play, allowing us to continue to make our plays and going into our Nursemaid, which will bring back Parlor Maid, and Parlor Maid is going to mill our changeover. That way we can at least end our board on a little something. We've got our Housemaid, we've got our Parlor Maid, we're all set. And this guy's got a Mutant Arsenal left. So, his Goatee will bring itself back, as it does. I'm going to be able to go ahead and bring back my Nursemaid. And then Nursemaid will bring back Chambermaid, and Chambermaid will surge more hospitality. So, my opponent, going to make this thing really big. Good old Goatee of the Deep Blue. He's going to go for the next mutant that summons the mutant once more. And this is the part where I stop him from OTKing me by using my Tidying up. Going to bounce this big old dude, pop another dude thanks to a Dragonmaid, and my opponent surrenders. A lot of people surrendered to this deck today. I don't know why. So that's what we do with this deck. We just keep on having our ladies do their job. So let's go ahead now to the end screen. Alrighty, everybody. Appliancer Dragonmaids. I'm just going to count this as a 3-0, I guess. I mean, we only really won one duel. Everybody else just kind of surrendered. I mean, to be fair, the mutant guy was a cool dude, so I could count that one as a duel, an honorary duel, I suppose. And I feel bad not getting to summon an Appliancer, not without trying. You know? I was going to try against the Naturia boy if he had just had the spine. Maybe that was Necro, I don't know. Anyway, you get the idea of the deck. It's mostly Dragonmaid stuff. You're doing the Dragonmaid combos and wombos in order to just flood the board with monsters. And the Appliancers are there to support you. They are there to make their links. I could have, like, gotten rid of monsters and done damage. I could have attacked directly, weakened monsters. I could have just sent things to the graveyard with my vacuum. Unfortunately, it didn't happen today. But I hope that this deck is at least decent enough to be called Appliancer Dragonmaids, you know? If Appliancers got more support that allowed them to be a bit more synergistic with other decks, I would try this deck again to just really try to roll on with the Appliancers. And so, I hope everybody at home enjoyed watching some Dragonmaid stuff. I hope that all the rage quit didn't... I hope the rage quits didn't hurt it too much. So, thank you for watching. Your boy Memphis signing out. I gotta go see Dad. Wink, wink, Dad. So, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.